Previously, I have made a couple of videos on my YouTube channel, especially related to Cognizant interview experiences, how the students have faced their interview and how we should answer those specific questions if asked in the interview. This video is going to be a compilation of all the questions asked to the students, and I'm going to explain all the questions, most frequent questions asked in their interviews, and how preferably you need to answer those specific questions. So why delay? Let's dive in right into the video. Hi everyone, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Vivek and I host this channel. So let's go on to see the first part of this video where I'm going to explain the technical managerial kind of questions which are asked mostly in the technical round, so that it is going to help you answer these questions. The first one is obviously going to be introduce yourself. I have made a separate video about that and you can just check that out on my channel. The link is in the description. Going on to see the second question is of course strengths and weaknesses. This question is most likely going to be asked not just in Cognizant interviews but in every interview. So better be prepared for this to answer this question. How you are going to answer this specific question? You cannot just sugarcoat your strengths and mention it as weaknesses. Instead, what you need to mention in weaknesses is the things which you were previously your weaknesses, but now you are either trying to overcome those or you have already overcome those. For example, you can explain it. For example, in my case, how I have explained is that I was not a good team player before, but due to circumstances, when I became a club president at my university, I got a chance to interact with a lot of people. I got an experience, and in such matters or in these kind of situations, it changed me to be a good team player, and this is how I learned to interact with people. So this is how you need to answer your weaknesses. Of course, strengths you can answer it by yourself. You have good communication skills or this that, and these things also need to be added in tell me about yourself. That is a complete different explanation. You can just check out my video for further explanation on that topic. Going on to see the next question, they have asked about what do you know about Cognizant. What can you say for this specific question? You can say that the CEO of this company is Brian Humphreys, if I'm not wrong. And apart from that, you can explain who is the Indian lead for this specific company, what are the topics or what are the projects this company is specifically working on, and what is the most important clients for this specific company. So this adds various values to whatever answer or interview you're going to have, because you have already explained or you already know something about their company, right? So this is going to add various points or various weightage to your interview. So try to answer this specific question. For whatever interview you are going to attend, try to be prepared to answer this specific question of what you know about that company. You need to be prepared at least 2 to 3 points minimum. Write it down the previous night itself and try to memorize it or remember. So this is going to help you in any manner if they ask this specific question in the interview. Going on to see the next question, why you are selecting IT being a non-IT student. This is a very tricky question actually, and how we need to answer this question, because why you are choosing this specific job role, but you are irrelevant to this job role. You can answer this question simply by justifying few points. You are already or you would have already studied 2 to 3 computer science or coding related courses at your university. How you are going to answer? You need to frame the answer in such a way that, sir, I have already done these 2 courses or these 3 courses which are completely related to computer science and coding. I already have a strong foundation on this because of these courses. Later, it was completely dependent on me, where I have focused on my self-development and I tried improving by using various platforms like HackerRank, etc. So, me compared with a computer science student, there is not going to be much difference. We both have a basic foundation, and apart from that, it is our self-improvement, whatever we have done. So, this is a kind of a manner, or this is how I have answered it in my interview. Try, or if you have any other innovative answers, you can comment it in the comment section. Going on to see the next question, they asked is what are the qualities you have that makes you a good team player. So as you have told before, probably this question is going to be followed when you explain it previously if you are a good team leader, or this question can also be what makes you special if you are a good leader. So whatever points you have mentioned in the previous explanation of tell me about yourself or your strengths and weaknesses, this question is going to be related to that. So whatever previously you are going to mention in strengths and weaknesses or tell me about yourself, for every point you mention, you need to have a proper justification or proper reasoning or a proper storyline behind it. Remember that point as well. Going on to see the next one, explain your projects and explain your internships or explain your trainings or industrial internships or industrial experiences, industrial trainings, everything. These are completely related to resume. Every student, whoever reaches out to me, I tell them to prepare the resume. Whatever they have written in resume, they need to know word by word. This is very, very important. And here as well, they asked about the experiences and internships and work experiences. These are usually going to be present in the resume as well. For every work you do, you need to explain whatever your specific role is. For example, you have taken part in an internship and you were a part of a team which was working on some XYZ program. You can explain your specific role about developing an interface or writing a specific function for a specific operation or developing a button, something. These kind of specific answers help you it helps you project what specific role or how good you are in a team building or how good you are in interaction, etc. And not only that, it also explains how good you are in coding or especially which is related to job which you are going to apply. So this is how you need to answer this specific question. And others usually are going to be various programming questions that are going to be asked. What are the programming questions you need to start off with? Choose a specific language, and apart from that, first you start off with a language. I say if you are very weak in programming, you can start off with C++. If you are moderately good, you can or if you are trying to learn things easily, go with Java and learn Java. That is going to be most useful. Most recently trending language is also Java. So go on to learn Java and start solving basic problems. So what are the basic problems going to be? Fibonacci series, factorial, reverse strings, or arranging an array, or sorting an array, or palindrome, or various these kind of area of a triangle, area of a square, or perimeter of a rectangle. These are going to be very simple questions. They are going to use a little small arithmetic, and you just need to know basic programming to write these kind of programs. So what is important? Basics is important. You are not just going to write program, you need to compile your program to learn better programming. And this is very important because in some of the interviews they ask you to share the screen and type the code in text file, not Dev C++ or compilers. They are going to ask you to type programming in text file. So unfortunately what happens here, you cannot understand what are the errors you have made. So try learning programming at least without making errors. Try to learn proper syntax. It is going to be helpful. Going on to see the next one is various technical questions what they have asked. Better check out my 3 videos whatever I have made. They are on my channel in Cognizant playlist. You can just check them out for various other technical questions and other aptitude topics. Aptitude topics, there are a lot of topics which need to be covered. A lot of aptitude questions are going to be surely asked in every interview. I cannot mention specifically what kind of questions they ask. For example, recently they have asked me like we have 6 coins and you have a balance. You have one coin which is heavier than other 5 coins. How you are going to identify that specific coin which is heavy? So these kind of questions, usually it is not going to be very difficult. By little thinking you can do that. And there are also other questions where they ask you to find the time of a burning of a candle. They give you this much, they give you a total time of how much the candle takes, and they ask you to find the specific amount of time. For example, if a candle takes 30 minutes to burn, how are you going to find 15 minutes with just a candle and a matchbox? So these are kind of a tricky questions, and you can answer them just by thinking a little. They're not going to be that tricky. And apart from that, they also ask other aptitude questions specifically related to topics where you need a basic knowledge and formulas as well. So in this specific field, we all are engineers. Most of us are engineers. So we do have a decent knowledge in aptitude related questions. But we are not strong in all the topics, right? We are not strong in all the topics, and we need to have a decent practice in these kind of topics. What you can do in this scenario is that just go on to India Big Site. So there they have a lot of coding problems. I will give the link in the description of this specific website, and going on to see that website, you will understand there are a lot of topics. We are already strong in some of the topics and we are not strong in some other topics. What you need to do, just open a topic, try to solve some questions. If you are able to solve some questions, write down the formula, keep the topic aside, go on to the next one. And similarly, if you follow this manner, you will understand which topic you are weak in and try to practice more problems in the topic. And in this way, you are not focusing on one topic and you are also writing the formula for further reference, and also you are covering more number of topics. This is how you need to revise for aptitude. This is how I followed. I don't know how others are followed, and I feel if you follow this specific method for aptitude learning, it is going to help you guys. Thank you so much for staying out so long. This is a video where I have explained all the Cognizant questions combined. It is going to help you guys to revise properly if you are attending Cognizant interviews. Thank you so much for staying out so long. This is Vivek signing off. Stay safe, stay informative. If you have any suggestions, do comment it in the comment section. If you have any queries, mail me. Thank you.